High on Life 2, the sequel to the original High on Life that came out in some year. I didn't search that up. But anyways, if you remember the original High on Life game that came out like a couple of years ago, then this is the sequel to that. And I played the first High on Life. Honestly, I should really think about replaying it because I already forgot everything that happened in the first one. But anyways, I played High on Life, the original, when it first came out. And what were my thoughts about it? I liked it. It was pretty good. It was enjoyable. I wouldn't say it was the greatest game of all time, but it was pretty good. The comedy was good. The gameplay was good. Like there's not much to say about it. Like it was pretty good overall. But now with this sequel, my expectations were somewhere, right? I had expectations for this sequel because I played the first one. And the game pretty much met all of my expectations. Like it didn't, fly over my expectations or anything. It met them. Like it did what I was expecting the game to do, right? The game is decent. It's good, right? But there's just one problem. I only played 60 minutes in total of High on Life 2. And I want to talk about why that is. So, when I first got into the game, right, I made a new save to actually start playing the game. And while it was creating the shaders for the game crashed. So, not off to a great start. Just saying. So, I verified all of the game files on Steam. Everything was good there. And then I verified that the graphic settings were good. And I hadn't changed them since installing the game. The game came with its own graphic settings when I installed the game, and I didn't change that. The overall graphics were set to high. There's 4 levels of graphics that you can set in the overall graphic setting. There's low, medium, high, and very high. And I mean, the game came with those settings on, so I was guessing that's probably what my specs can take. High. So, okay. Alright, sounds good. I don't have the most amazing computer of all time or anything, but I do have a pretty good gaming desktop, right? It's got an Intel Core i7 14700 KF and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 Ti Super with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. So I thought, I mean, that should be enough. And the graphics, they were pretty good. Even even without being set on like the most maximum graphic thing setting ever, right? But the game looked pretty good. But here comes another problem. I create the save perfectly now. Alright, so I get into the game and I'm playing, I'm starting to, understand what's going on. The intro of the game is a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie. You start off with like people running towards you, right? And then you get, the call, and the guy says, "All right, kid, get ready. Your target should be right up ahead. It's a huge monster. You just got to kill him, and that's about it." Okay, because we're bounty hunters in this game. I'm guessing we were bounty hunters in the last game as well, but I really just do not remember. Anyways, I play the game a little bit, and a second crash. So, the game crashes, and I decide, okay, maybe there's just something going on with my computer. I restart my computer, all right, and then I launch the game again to play it. Now, I'm playing a little bit more. Third crash. The game is, I don't even want to say it's terribly optimized. I want to say there's no optimization whatsoever. I had DLSS on because that's what it came with normally on by default. And the game crashed 6 times in the 60-minute time frame, the time span that I played it. 6 times. To put that into perspective, that would be about 1 game crash every 10 minutes. And I've never in my life ever have had so many game crashes on a game in such a short time span on this computer. Okay. The game is in dire need of optimization. That's the first thing. Okay. The second thing is the game's pretty good, but I do feel like it was kind of lacking on the gunplay, like actually using the guns and everything. If you don't know, High on Life has these guns that, talk and have faces and all that, and it's a whole thing. You can search it up on YouTube. But the guns kind of feel like they just took the guns from the first game and brought them over to the second game. Like, there was almost no change to them whatsoever. And let me remind you, okay, that would be okay if this game was maybe $20 or $30. It's a full $60 game. If you go to Steam right now to buy High on Life 2, it costs $60. So it is definitely lacking. It is most definitely lacking from my expertise, from my very short-lived expertise of the game, which was 60 minutes because I could not handle the crashes anymore. Like, I couldn't handle them anymore. Okay, I was actually going insane trying to figure out what was causing this. And then, after a while, I just said, okay, it's the game. It's got to be the game. Because I checked everything. So yeah, it needs a little bit more optimization. The guns, they feel like the guns from the last game. Like, they feel exactly like they are the guns from the last game because they're the same guns, right? But the way you use the guns also feels like the last. Like, there was no gun overhaul or anything like that. Like, the guns did not switch anything. The guns didn't change in the way that they work, right? And as I said, if this was a $20 game, maybe a $30 game, that'd be fine. I'd be okay using the same guns from the last game with everything being the same. But this game is $60. Not $30. $60. So I had a couple expectations. Alright. The game mostly met all of my expectations. But it's definitely lacking. But the main thing about the game is most definitely the optimization. Terrible. That is the first thing this studio, I think it's called Squanch Games, needs to fix. Now, I got the bad stuff out the way. What about the good stuff? I like the skateboard. So, in this game, you get a skateboard after your sister kills a dude named Reptilor? Something like that. It's like a lizard guy thing. And you get the skateboard from that dude, because the dude had a skateboard, right? And it changes stuff. It changes stuff a lot. Like, I think that's the biggest gameplay change from the first game, because most of everything in this game feels pretty similar to the last game. Like, the enemies, the guns, yeah, mostly feels the same. Okay, but this skateboard, this is a completely new thing, and it definitely changes the game up a lot. So I like the skateboard. As I said, the graphics, oh man, the game looks phenomenal. The game, amazing. 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 The graphics are good. But other than that, the game's lacking. I wouldn't recommend spending $60. I mean, what type of people are over there at the studio thinking, yep, this is worth $60? A full $60, man. I mean, listen, you could have stretched it. And said this game is worth $40. $60. Let me just walk off. This game is not worth $60 full dollars. We are talking about 60 bills of one. All right. Or maybe one bill of 50 and then another of 10. But you get my point. It's not worth $60. But if you got the money and you have a pretty good PC, you want to play it, yeah, you can play it. But I don't know, man. I'm a bit disappointed by the performance of the game. Like, 6 crashes in 60. That's got to be some sort of record, bro. 6 crashes in 60 minutes. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. Okay. But anyways, that's about it. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. If you want to subscribe to see more of me, more of my beautiful face, and more of my content, then you can do so. It's free. And if you want to comment something, then comment something nice. That's about it for this video. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. And I will see you in the next video.